Yo, how are we doing, everybody? So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of doing a boss guide, I'm going to be covering how to play Bind and Divide, this optional card game. Again, completely optional, so it's not something that you have to do. But if you want to unlock the Gambler class, you will have to do this. The game does provide the players with a tutorial, but I think that tutorial is pretty awful. So I'm going to try to do a better job of explaining how to play this game. So basically you have 6 cards, and they can all attack from like different positions and can affect different spaces. So like it has this grid, like you can see with this card here, right? There's a grid on the top right, and maybe this comes into play like with different rule sets, but at least starting off, none of that matters. The only thing that matters are those 2 green squares. The light green square, that's just showing in relation to the other squares, aka the green square, yeah? So basically wherever you place this card down, you'll be affecting a space immediately to the right. And then yeah, same thing with this rabbit card. Like yeah, it's a different animal, but they both do the exact same thing. You have the light green square, and then you have the dark green square, so yeah. Wherever you place this card, either of these cards at, you only affect the space to the right. The only difference between these two is their family. You can see it on the bottom part of the card. The goblin is family humanoid, whereas the rat bit is family beast. Basically, when you do get more cards, which you won't have any at the start, but when you do get more cards, you want to try to make sure that you keep your cards from being all the same family. If they're the same family, then you can end up having a bit of trouble, but we'll explain that more later. So this guy, this one is very different from the previous card, right? So with the Sahuagin, the light green square is on the bottom right, which again, the grid itself doesn't matter, it's just in relation to the dark green square. And you can see the dark green square this time is above. So wherever you place this card down, you'll be affecting the space immediately above it. Which is definitely good. You want to mix it up. You don't want to only have like one way to affect cards, yeah? And then over here, oh, I guess I have to go to the bottom row, excuse me. Here we have the Gelfland, and you can see here it actually has 2 dark green squares instead of only 1. So yeah, this is really good. The more squares you have on the card, the more spaces you're able to affect. And yeah, that's just fantastic. But yeah, that's pretty much all you need to see here. These are just the basic cards. Let's go ahead and play with them, yeah? So yeah, I'm fighting a random NPC here. This shouldn't be too difficult, and I get to go first. So, looking at the board, you can see that it is 5 by 5. Like, there's quite a few different spaces that we can put a card down at. And as I said before, the light green space is where you actually place the card down at, and you affect the spaces that are dark green, so yeah. Personally, I think the best way to place a card at the start is to take one of the 4 corners. It doesn't matter if you're doing, like, say, the bottom left, or if you're doing the top right. Like, the top right feels scarier, because it's like, oh man, that's the opponent's side, but yeah, no, they don't actually have any sort of benefit regardless of where they're placing their cards down at, so yeah, just place them anywhere. So I'll go ahead and put this one in the top right, yeah? And yeah, taking the corners is very important. The corners, it's so much harder for the opponent to deal with that. Like, yeah, right here. Oh, okay, so this is what we should talk about. We have an effect card here. So it's just like the other cards, right? If you look at the top part of the card, you see that one light green square, yeah? So basically, it can only affect that one spot. Like, he took that one territory, which seems weak, but then we gotta read on. The effect is to territorial gains. Every square neutralized during your turn results in you occupying a square above this card's base square. Ignores neutralizations caused by this card's effect. Extended effect triggered when placed. So basically, because yeah, that's probably pretty confusing. But basically what's that saying is that he has this bonus effect effectively going on now, where if he is able to mess up my cards, if he's able to neutralize them, which I'm about to neutralize his card, if he were to neutralize my cards, he gets more out of it, effectively. It's just an extra effect, but we don't have to deal with that. If you can neutralize his card, and to neutralize a card, essentially you just have to cover it with the the dark green square. You can't do the light green one. You can't place your card where a card is already placed. But the dark green ones, the dark green can definitely go where a card is already placed. So we'll do that right here. And bam. Like, I didn't take that space, but I did neutralize it. So now I don't have to worry about his effect. His effect is gone. It doesn't exist. But here's a new one. All right, and again, pay attention to the top part of the card. There's no grid there. So this card, he actually does not play it on the field, so I can't get rid of its effect, which is unfortunate. So let's go ahead and read the effect. The effect is Rare Breeds. Strengthens all humanoid and spirit cards, regardless of affiliation. Permanent effect, triggered when used. So yeah, all the humanoid and spirit cards are stronger now. So let's see, do I have any humanoids or spirits? I have an aquatic, another aquatic, a third aquatic, and a demon. So yeah, I don't have any humanoids or spirits, this is another reason why you do want to make sure that you don't just have a bunch of the same family of cards, so that you're able to take advantage of effects like that. Which yeah, as you play this game, you'll get some of those effect cards yourself. So he played that card, that was his turn. That's cool and all, but he still doesn't have any actual control on the board. So I currently have the top right corner, so I kind of want the bottom left corner too. Because again, like, you can't place cards outside of this 5x5 grid, right? Like, for instance, the dark green square on this one goes up and to the right, so if I move that all the way to the right side, I only get my light green square. You can't get anything outside of the grid. So basically, by taking a corner piece, the chances of you being neutralized are much smaller. Alright, what card is he going to play? Alright, so yeah, he's just gonna put 2 red squares down, not a problem. So yeah, I definitely want to take that bottom right corner now. Because essentially, when you have the corners again, you won't be able to do anything. Or, well, like, there are some cards that can, but it's much more difficult. But there's something more important about taking the corners, which, yeah, he just showed right there. If you have like if you have your color on one side and your color on the opposite side, in a situation like, say, this, like, right, like, there's two, like, the blue on the bottom left, then 2 reds, and then I can put 2 blues at the top, right? If I do that, that means there's a blue all the way on the bottom column and 2 blues at the top. So, like, this is my line. Like, I will take complete control of this. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And bam, I just took his red squares there. Because you don't only neutralize if you can form lines like that. Which, ooh, he just did a good one. Yeah, you can take a lot of squares. So let's see. I have 1 turn left. If I move here, I can take that red square on the left, because, you know, we got the blues connecting again. And then, yeah, I'd actually take that one to the right as well, because I have a blue underneath it. So that's pretty good. And then, yeah, if I do this here, basically the same story. But, oh, actually, I get a 3rd one, because it works diagonally as well. So I should be able to take... Yeah, wait, no, I don't get the bottom one. The bottom one, it has an empty spot over. Like here, I don't have that covered. But yeah, I should take this one, I should take this one over here, and I can take that one diagonally. Let's do that, that's pretty good. And then he'll play his last card. Yeah, good move, but 13-7, I will take that. That is my win. And then yeah, at the very end, you know, you get points for how well you played. The more squares that you occupy, the more points you're gonna get. And then yeah, you get to take Cards. I've already taken quite a few of the cards that this guy has. You can see my points at the top. I have 21 of those. This card only costs 7. So, whoops, I pressed the Y button, wrong one there. Yeah, I press A to check mark that, then press Y, take the selected card, bam! I have another card now, which I can add into my deck. And as you can see, it has 3 spaces there, 1 light green, 2 dark greens. Beautiful, you love to see it. And now I've taken all of their cards. So I've unlocked additional rules. But yeah, we'll definitely cover that next time. For now, this will do me. Hopefully you guys found this useful. If you have any opinions of how this video went, if you think I did anything wrong, any criticisms, please let me know in the comments down below. If you found this video useful, please subscribe. I plan on making a couple more videos covering this card game, as well as other videos about bosses and just mechanics of Bravely Default 2. I really enjoy this game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. But either way, that's going to be me. Thanks for watching this video. Peace!